Gemini, welcome to your general reading. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. We're going to start off with the oracles today. All right. What's going on, please? What is going on, please, for that Gemini? Energy. What's going on for Gemini, please? Show me. Show me, Gemini. What's going on for Gemini? Show me. Show me, Gemini, please. What's going on? Straight up, I knew I was, honey, I saw this flash before it hit the table. I'm telling you. I knew you were going to pull this today. I freaking knew it. Number 39, 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. I knew. I just freaking knew it. I knew you were going to pull that today. As soon as I sat down, I said, I'm going to pull Gabriel's card today. I just know it. So, judgment. Okay. Divinity through our truth. Okay. So, Archangel Gabriel, he is always the angel featured in judgment. And the reason he has said horn, okay, because it's the speaker of the truth, the throat chakra. Okay, that's why we see that highlighted there in the throat. So, what is it that you need to speak? Somebody else kicked it off with this card as well. I want to say it was Aries. So if you have Aries in your chart, if you're connecting to Aries, check theirs out. Theirs was intense. I was this close. There's several times when I sat down to the reading where I said, I gotta cut this, and I didn't. I kept pushing and I kept pushing. Aries typically doesn't have readings like that, so I decided to keep it. It was not one of the easier ones, and there was no resolution, which is the worst kind of reading, but necessary all the same. In theirs, and I'm sure like in yours, there's an imperative truth within you that you need to will out. What is it that you need to speak? Okay. What is it you need to speak upwards for yourself? What is it that you need to declare? Things that's been on your mind or in your heart that needs to come forward. Okay. It's time. Some of you are feeling like it is time. The time is nigh. To make a declarative, to announce something, to speak the truth of your mind or your feelings, yeah? For some of you, there might be some incoming communication that is unexpected, but imperative as well. Cornucopia. Okay, number 11. Cornucopia. The wealth of what's the bounty of one's life. The fruits of our labors. What we have managed to harvest. It's kind of like a rough combination of 10 of Pentacles, gratitude, the wealth we have managed to achieve in this life, more than just material world, okay? It's our comfort area. It's our comfort energy. All our best practices and intentions put forward so that we may reap what we sow, hopefully for the positive, not the negative. So, many of you are trying to speak forward to creating a state of abundance for yourself. Like you have a truth in you in terms of direction of your life, what it is you wish to receive from it. What are you going to put into it in order to receive from it? A calling in you. This could be love, it could be life, it could be work. Some of you, your cornucopia is love. I want the best and most bountiful feelings. For others of you, it is work. For others of you, it is life experiences. Okay? I want to cultivate more. I want to experience more. I want something to show for all my work efforts, my feelings, my work effort, and so on and so forth. Okay? What's going on? Show me. Show me what I need to see, please, for Gemini. Show me what I need to see, please, for Gemini. Show me what I need to see, please, for Gemini. What's going on for Gemini, please? Show me, Gemini. We're going to start with that recent past. Show me, Gemini, please. Okay. Queen of Swords. There goes my hair again. Queen of Swords. That's you. What's on your mind? The Hierophant. Taurus energy. You might have some strong Taurus in your chart to be dealing with one. Strong will and determination here. A lot of commitment energy. Commitment to the self, the mind, particularly the Queen of Swords. This is what I know to be true. Commitment in love and a strong determination to adhere to that commitment. What else, please? What else, please, for Gemini in the recent past? the Magician, summoning it forth. Ooh, boy. Through a space of love, no doubt, and a solid sense of self, bringing forth the best of what your commitment energy has to offer, with a strength of will, determination of mind to adhere to certain principles. These are what I know to be true, and I'm determined to live a life thusly, under whatever that commitment principle means to you. Now, the Hierophant just typically means commitment, permission elements, yes and no. Okay, that's what he means a lot of things. But that's typically what he boils down to. So that commitment could be anything, you know. I am determined to live under a certain code of conduct that I hold myself to under my sense of principles and direction. I have a strong mind. I have a strong sword. I stick to my truth and I act thusly. And this is what we are committed to with the Magician. So all this, to me, is coming through in terms of love and solidity of self. And in a relationship. Now, I could be looking at a relationship, but the Magician here says, I'm in something, and I'm determined to keep it, okay? That's that strong will of mind that you have, the determination, right? You act in accordance to a certain set of principles, and like, I want more of that. Thank you very much. So I'm looking at a Gemini today who has a very strong sense of mind and a very strong sense of will. There's something that within you in that past was like, I am going to summon forth the best possible and strongest commitment I am capable of. You know? That's my world. That's my life. That's what I want for myself, and I'm sticking to it. Okay? So Gemini here who knows what they want. Without dispute. So, without dispute, Gemini's like, I know what I want. Thank you. I know what I want. Thank you. And a very strong sense of I have principles and I abide by them at all costs. At all costs, you know, and I won't deviate from that. I insist upon them. This is my normative. This is my script I signed up to, and that's what I evoke from the world, from the universe, the Magician. Okay? We protect and uphold our commitment at all costs to yourself and to anyone who is in your realm of love. Okay? It is coming across heavily as protection. Not just for yourself, but whomever it is that you were connected to in the past. Show me that current energy, please. Show me that current energy, please, for Gemini. The Lovers, that's you. That's you, honey. It's nice to see you. Straight on that downline already. What else, please? Show me the heart of the reading. Show me the center of the reading. Show me the center of the reading. Show me the center of the reading, please. For Gemini, show me... Okay. Queen of Pentacles. Strong sense of stability. One that you seem to be thriving on. That's you. Okay, whether or not you're in a strong lover's connection, I don't know. That's literally your power card. I'm interpreting it as your energy at this time since it's so heavily apparent. And it is. There you are. There you are again. Okay, so you're representing yourself quite well today. Okay, what else, please? King of Pentacles, baby, I'm looking at a very heavily committed, most likely heavily married Gemini. You look comfortable. You seem to have a very strong idea that your commitment is secure. The King and Queen of Pentacles are both here representing. You might have some very strong earth in your chart. You also could be dealing with an earth sign. But what I'm saying here is like I'm all about that stability, you know? And it's coming from this place of principle. The stronger my commitment is, the more stable I am. It's really kind of a 2 + 2 equation for the Gemini I'm looking at today. So if this isn't you, honey, I wish it was, because it's beautiful. It's comfortable. It says it knows itself very well. Like, you know who you are, you know what you're about, and you're not deviating from that norm. The concept, again, is that because I know myself so well and I adhere to whatever it is I commit to so succinctly and without fault or fail, it has allowed me to enter into a union that, in my mind, as Gemini is saying to me, is entirely 100% stable, productive, loving, caring, quality of home, quality of life. Okay, so you coupled up. You coupled up hard. And we have stability here, right? It's beautiful. Highly stable. And I'm you know, it's no doubt very loving, as it should be. The King and Queen of Pentacles tend to be reserved with their love for those people within their household. In other words, I take care of you, you take care of me, and this is how we demonstrate our love with each other, is that I make sure that we are comfortable. You make sure I'm comfortable, I make sure you're comfortable. I make sure the house is taken care of, I make sure that you're taken care of by proxy. You know, we work for each other. So the love language is expressed more through the home energy, right? Okay, but you're here, your energy's signing off on it. Gemini's like, don't fix what ain't broke. Okay, let's do it. Let's show me the future, please. Show me the future, please. Oh, I apologize in advance if you hear my stomach kick off, because let me tell you, honey. Once more. I was like, let's just sit down. I haven't eaten yet, but we're going to go ahead and sit down and get to work. I do that all the time. Show me the future, please, for Gemini. Show me. Show me the future, please, for Gemini. Show me that future, please, for Gemini. Ace of Swords. Truth in you. Recognition of the truth. Ace of Swords. Strong knowledge you have. I see it. It's here multiple times. Your energy is very clear and loud today. Okay? What else, please? Five of Wands. Tension. Some arguing, some frustration. Six of Cups. That's not right. That's not right. Those two need to go together. Five of Wands, Six of Cups. There's some tension within your connection with this person. Soul bond energy here. Of course, you two love each other. You take care of each other, but there's some tension here. You're aware of it in the future. Let's do one more, please. How far that tension goes, the frustration, the kickback, the arguments, I could not say. But it's still within the premise of that Six of Cups, so your energy is still acknowledging the connection as love. Okay? What else, please? One more for the future for Gemini. Queen of Cups. It's looking like love still reigns, eh? Yeah, there's some frustration here with your person in future. Doesn't seem to be too big, hopefully. Of course, we will clarify. But so far, honey, you have a fantastic baseline. You know? So far, the idea is, with a strong mind of knowing what I want to see in my commitment, thus I create stability for myself and my person. It's a really kind of straightforward formula I'm looking at for this Gemini today. So we still have, in the end, Queen of Cups, love, okay, peace, tranquility. I do want to see what that tension is about, but so far, honey, you have a fantastic baseline. Show me the overview, please. Show me the overview, please, for Gemini. Nine of Swords. Why are you stressed out? I'm going to start right there. I want to see why you're stressed out, what's going on, what's kicking off for what is otherwise looking like a very straightforward, almost, I dare say, life plan for this Gemini. Whatever I commit to has to be stable. I know this. Stability is the name of the game, okay? I have a strong commitment. We're going to keep it as such. And because I have such a strong commitment, I have managed to create a quality life with somebody. In the future, I want to see what your Ace of Swords is about. You seem to have a specific truth within you, and it does seem to be leading to this understanding that there's tension between you and your Six of Cups person. But Queen of Cups is looking like love still reigns. Okay, so I don't know how far that Five of Wands goes, but let's start here with that Nine of Swords. Let's see what's kicking off in your mind. Okay, show me that Nine of Swords, please, for Gemini. Show me that Nine of Swords, please, for for Gemini. Which one, please? Show me this Nine of Swords, please, for Gemini. Yeah, I can see the cornucopia here. I can. I do want to know what your particular truth is. But so far as I can see, it's like you have been speaking your truth, or you do live your truth, and that is what has led to the cornucopia. Could be that simple. Because you've adhered to the truth of your principles, it has led you into a state of abundance between you and your person, which is clearly here. Your energy is content, to say the least. Satisfied in its corner of life, you know? Some of that Nine of Swords, please. And that's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. I'm content in my corner of the world with my person. You know? Show me that Nine of Swords, please. Show me that Nine of Swords, please. Seven of Pentacles. Okay. All right. There is some stress here about what's possibly plateau energy. It doesn't seem like there's much improvement. What that plateau energy is, I could not say. It could have to... Again, I'm looking at a Gemini today where a big cornerstone to your personality is stability. So that could very well be a real concern that you have, and it's up here, okay, about the coin. I can tell that seems to be a paramount cornerstone of your comfort, specifically with your person who you are so strongly committed to. There seems to be some background noise in your mind regarding finances, possibly. Absolutely. They seem to have kind of topped out at a certain place or capacity, and that seems to be on your mind. So there is growth there, but it's terribly, terribly slow. In other words, for some of you, yes, you want the finances to be more. I don't typically default to that on the Seven of Pentacles unless it's in career. But given the heavy emphasis of the King and Queen of Pentacles here, and this very strong, my truth is, once I commit to something, I'm committed to it, and I uphold that truth. And that is what led to my stability. So I can tell the Gemini I'm looking at today, stability for you has been a very key or paramount feature to this relationship, this commitment that I'm seeing, okay? So there might be some stagnation there in terms of the coin. It could also be, yes, in regards to love, for sure. Sometimes it feels like, for some of you, yes, your feelings for your person might have topped out, or that there's no room for growth for your feelings with this person. But again, it's coming from up here. And it does cause you some concern, yeah. How far that concern runs, I could not say. Right now, I'm defaulting more to finances as opposed to feeling. But if feelings come into the equation in terms of, this is it, I'll see it, okay? But it does cause you concern. Nine of Swords. So that tells me it's been with you for a minute. The Three of Pentacles. So it does seem to be that's on your mind. Okay? It does seem to be that it's on your mind. So the foundation's a little split at this time. We have a 7 and a 3, both Pentacles. And we add that, we have the 10 of Pentacles. So the foundation feels a little... perhaps not as productive as it was. Okay? There's still some flow of income. I can see it. It might not be to what you were used to. Things might have changed in terms of your comfort zone with your person. That seems to be on your mind. So the foundation's a little split. It's not absent. The growth just isn't what it used to be. That's how it's coming across, and that seems to be on your mind quite a bit. But there is still a cooperation of spirit between you and your person in terms of, again, fundamental caring for the commitment, and thus fundamental caring for each other. That, again, is the cornerstone to what I'm seeing today with this Gemini's relationship with their person. So there are stability aspects here. It's just not as cohesive as you would like it to be in terms of the foundation. So there's a little bit of stagnation and growth here. For some of you, you or your person might have had to start over in job, work, or career. There might have been a pay cut for some reason, okay. But in terms of the financial stability, it's not bad. It's not detrimental. I would have to see the 5 of Pentacles before I believe that. But it's not like where it used to be, okay. The growth isn't abundant, and it's not as apparent, all right. But it's still there. It's still there, yeah. For somebody, yeah, we've had to walk away from other jobs or careers, things like that. And there is a starting over element here. And yeah, it's on your mind a little bit. It's on your mind. You can't say it's not. It's on your mind. It's there. I don't know if you've expressed this to your person. And again, this could be in the feelings arena as well, especially if you're a Gemini who has very strong earth in your chart. That pentacle can mean a lot to you, including your love language. Okay? So those same kind of principles apply. That, yeah, the feelings are here, they're founded, but sometimes it feels like we're a little more friendly than anything else. Sometimes it feels like we're a little more cooperative than anything else. Yeah. Okay. See? There we go. King of Cups. The love is still there. So this is having to do more with money, I feel like. Okay? And, you know, look, how far that goes, I couldn't say. I do know that the love is there. So I got a King and Queen of Cups. This is a matching sweet mate, as well as the King and Queen of Pentacles. So the stability is here, and your love space is still on point. All right? So I'm going to default then. It's more to do with the financials or the comfort zone. Again, that seems to be cornucopia, Ten of Pentacles, the money, the bounty, the word, you know. And the idea is because I've adhered to my principles, I've created a life of stability with this person, which is clearly here. So it may not, the money may not be as tight as you want it to be. It may not be as fruitful as you want it to be. Perhaps somebody has gravitated towards a new career path and it doesn't pay as much, that kind of thing. It could be you, it could be them. And that's one of the things that bothers you, but it's up here. Okay. How much it stresses you out, I could not say. But so far, things are still moving in a particular direction. Let's jump on over here to the Queen of Swords. So, the love then is still intact, is my point. But so far, you know, Gemini, it's looking like things are pretty solid between you and your person. Okay. Oh, I'm just going to be disappointing all sorts of Gemini cross watchers. Sorry, honey. I'm looking at a committed Gemini today. That's looking like you're in a pretty solid thing. You're in a pretty solid gig. It gives you a great deal of comfort. Again, that comfort thing is very much here. It's established. I know what I was looking for when I got married. Thank you very much. And because I had such a strong mind or constitution for it, thus I created it, right? I got you. Queen of Swords, please. Show me that Queen of Swords. The Knight of Swords to the Three of Swords, eh? Well, where's that coming from? Where's that coming from? Where's that concern coming from, honey? Page of Pentacles. Little backstory here. Little backstory here. Not quite sure how far it goes, but it's looking like motivation to me in terms of your past. How recent that is, I don't know. But some of you were in quite the rush, okay, in the past, in regards to your love energy, that you wanted to cut out pain, old pain, Three of Swords. So you made very small investments with that Page of Pentacles in your love energy. Some of you were coming from a place of, I know myself pretty well, but sometimes I feel pain in my heart and I try to rush in there and take care of it immediately, okay? And investing in how? Like you didn't want to feel that pain too long. You kind of have a knee-jerk reaction to solve problems as fast as they come up. Try to avoid pain as much as possible. And try to cut it out before it comes up, crops up, that kind of thing. But why? What's your motivation to that? Why? Why? Where's that Page of Pentacles going? Two of Wands, decisions. You make decisions as swift as possible to resolve any issues, okay? You don't like it when pain lingers. I'm not quite sure why I'm saying this. But you don't like lingering pain. In fact, it is your preference to cut things out before they even have a chance to present themselves. You seem to have very fast, and this is true for a lot of Geminis, very fast decision-making skills. You like to kind of nip things in the bud before they get out of control. I need to see this. And a lot of people don't like pain, honey. That's nothing new. It's just you can be a little aggressive with it sometimes, you know? You do not like to have lingering pain. You don't like to feel it. You don't like to invest in it. So you often make very swift decisions about how you handle things in terms of this. And it comes from a well-intended place. You'd rather deal with it sooner rather than later, okay? And there's just some things you refuse to invest in. You refuse to, like your energy is almost non-negotiable in many respects. Like if you refuse to tolerate this, or I refuse to think about this, or I refuse to indulge in that, like I'm just gonna cut it out before it has a chance to come up. Don't argue with me. Move on. You know, I told you I was looking at it just as soon as I put down your baseline. It's like, no shit, we're looking at a Gemini who has some very strong ideas. Like you have a kind of it's a non-negotiable energy. That's the Gemini I'm looking at today. Strong-minded and strong-willed. Yes, you are. Yes, you is, honey. But this is interesting to you. I'm getting a little bit of a character profile on you as opposed to just general past orientation. Now, that also kind of tells me how you might have approached love in the past. For some of you, this is a little bit of, I don't want to go into it. I'm accused of going into the past a lot. That just helps me better understand where you're coming from. But there you go. It's a reasonable critique. I understand. But I think some of you in the past, this is how you generally approach anything that might potentially hurt you. Anything that might even potentially hurt you, cut it out. I'm not humoring it. I'm not tolerating it. Get it the hell away from me. I make that decision. Anything that hurts me, cut it out. I won't invest in it. I will not allow it to grow. I will not humor it. I will not communicate with it. It's out. It's gone. It's done. And just don't. Just don't. Your energy is very non-negotiable in this respect. So in some of you, you might have approached love like this in the past. This person caused me pain. I'm out. I'm going this direction now. Thank you. And it's kind of like you don't always take the time to heal in between necessary components that might hurt you or harm you, because it's just easier for you to cut it out. Don't acknowledge it. Don't give it room to breathe. Just move on into a different direction. And for some of you, I'm sure that worked. It's but it might have played out in certain ways in your love life in terms of relationships and commitments and things like that, in terms of who you invested in and why and how fast you might have done it. Okay, that's for some of you. And how quickly you might have maneuvered relationships and things like that did not work out. But there's a kind of rush in your energy that says, I need to move on as quickly as possible. I don't have time to waste. Something like that. But there you go. Okay. Show me the Hierophant, please. Show me the Hierophant, please. Show me the Hierophant, please. If there's a problem, I fix it. I ain't got time for bullshit. That's what I'm saying today, honey. It's like, you know what? This relationship didn't work out. I'm not getting any younger. Let's move on to the next thing. That's for some of you. Sure. But I also think that's the Gemini who, in general, I'm looking at, tends to approach problems in a very similar fashion. Show me the Hierophant, please. The Emperor. Oh, you got someone in here that's just as strong-willed as you are. I dare say stubborn. Those are the two most stubborn fellows in tarot right there. So this might be a combination person. Taurus, Aries, possibly. That's a very strong will. Goodness me, they act very old, don't they? A lot of that stubborn, I go by the book energy. I just don't feel like that's you. Don't get me wrong, you have a very strong mindset. Very strong. Almost intolerant of anything that might potentially harm you, like you cut it out before it even has a chance to happen, that kind of thing. So yeah, you don't really humor things. You really don't humor things. You have a tendency to like, move on, take care of it. It's not a problem. I won't indulge in it. I'm not going to deal with it. No. Cut it out before it has a chance to happen, yeah? And then you got someone here surrounding you that's showing a lot of stubborn will. A lot of determination as well. But they're acting so old. The Emperor with the Hierophant. What about it? Why am I saying this? Page of Wands. Yeah, they don't really let their energy out to play. Not very well. Not in a way that's fun or playful. They come across as a bit stodgy. Not gonna lie. But, honey, you know, let me tell you, where you're coming from, you two are kind of a match in that respect. You're kind of like, I don't deviate from the norm. I don't deal with bullshit. I cut things out fast and quick. Watch me go. Okay. And you got someone surrounding you that has just as much of that determination as you do. It's almost a quiet stubbornness. Ugh. Like heavy quiet. They act so much older than they actually are. They got a little bit of spark in them, Page of Wands, but it's small. They have it's so funny. This person acts so much older than they are. Every now and again they drop a Page of Wands. These are my interests. These are the things that make me happy. I like to explore them. But for the most part, I'm terribly, terribly, terribly responsible. And so far, you two are a match. Between your determination to move forward and not linger in anything that might prove difficult, and their kind of inflexible, stubborn, determined energy, you two are actually fitting quite well. I don't know how else to put it. You know, you wanted someone to take... You wanted someone in your life to take relationships as seriously as you do. Move as quickly as, you know, this is what I want. This is what I'm all about. It's non-negotiable. I won't... you're both showing me certain levels of inflexibility. I kind of get your motivation. Theirs is just straight up, I'm old and I'm responsible. Here's a Page of Wands. I occasionally have an interest. Okay, there you go. I'm not trying to pick on either one of you. It's just both of you are kind of have a mindset. They're like, okay, I can roll with that. And Gemini's like, this is how we do it. Okay, and this is you. This is how we do it. And they're like, yeah, okay, I agree with that. I don't know how else to put it. I don't know who I'm describing today, honey. I'm not trying to knock you or your person. It's just your two energies are kind of like, it's like, you're the driver. They're the enforcer. I don't know how else to put it. You're the driver. You have that action-oriented energy. This is the plan. This is what we're doing. This is the plan. This is what we're doing. And they're like, yes, I enforce that. Okay. Show me the Magician. Yeah, so you got somebody who backing you up, honey. They back you up. I honest to God feel like you're the driver. And even though they're showing me Emperor and Hierophant, you're the driver, they're the side passenger. They're like, this person's your muscle. Like, they back up all your decisions. Yes, I agree. This is correct. It's something like that. But you know, it's because you two probably have very similar matching principles, I'm guessing. In terms of, these are our norms, these are our standards, we do not deviate from them. No surprises from me, no surprises from you. This is how we agree to function. No funny business. Either one of you. No funny business. These are the rules we've agreed upon, and we do not deviate from those rules. The both of you. Good God. But hey, you know what? If you two are thriving, then there you go. There you go. That's all that matters. The Magician, Page of Cups. Yes, the manifestation of the smallest emotional investment. All right. What else, please? Four of Pentacles. You both have a tendency to refrain. I'm guessing. You both have a tendency to desire more on the emotional level, but you both have a tendency to refrain. Okay. Those emotional pieces, I'm guessing for the both of you, while you do love each other, I have no doubt of that. Of course you do. I think you both have a tendency to desire bigger feelings, but neither one of you has a tendency to make more space for them. Okay. Because you both have that kind of determined frame of mind, it doesn't really leave either one of you in much of a position for outward emotional expression. Again, it really comes from a place of, we're all about the commitment, we're all about the focus, we're all about the determination of living the life that we said is important. These are our goals, right? So in that kind of space of energy, neither one of you allows for much emotional expression to happen between the two of you, which is funny to me because you both exactly desire more emotional expression, but it doesn't come out that way. Both of your energies get translated into, look, we're both very serious, we're both very responsible people, let's build a life around that principle. Not so much the emotions, which is something you both want to pull in, but you both refrain from. Four of Pentacles. And the Page of Cups is the smallest emotional investment. So I can tell that you two wish that there was more emotional activity between you two, but it doesn't seem to be interfering too much either, because you two have clearly led a certain premise of life, and it's mutual, and it's agreement, as far as I can tell. So long as you two are on the same page in regards to your goals, like if your person's like, well, this is how I aspire to life, and you're like, well, this is how I aspire to life, we really don't want emotions to dictate the success of our relationship. I'm of a certain, it's coming across as middle age. I'm of a certain age and so are you. We've put all that kind of nonsense between us. So let's both of us, you and me, agree that we're it. You and I, we're it. Let's leave all the emotions and stuff out of it. Let's make a real solid life, and we always choose our commitment first. And that's how it's heavily coming across. And so long as you two are on that same goal, then that's all that matters. If that's what you two agreed to build a solid life with each other and not put so much emphasis on the emotions, and that works for the both of you, then who's to say that that's wrong? And it's not. So long as you two are on the same page, and I say that all the time. I don't care about the demographics. I don't care what your age is. I don't care what your race or your religion or your background is. So long as two people are on the same page, none of that shit matters. It really doesn't. So yes, would you both like to see more emotional expression from each other and get off? I think you both, I'm going to call it for what it is. I think you both, I know you both have a hard time going off script. You kind of have an unapologetic, I'm rushing in there, I'm taking care of this shit now. I don't like pain. I don't like feeling anything close to pain. I don't do that. This Gemini don't cry. No, we take care of business. Okay? And when you do cry, you probably get pissed off with yourself about it. That's how it's coming across. Like, you don't tolerate that. You're not into it. This could be a problem. We don't allow nonsense into this relationship. No. This is our rule. You know who you are. You're like a parent, but in your relationship, in that you list out the chores and you put it on the refrigerator, and God help the person who is not doing the chores on the chore list. This is how you kind of approach this relationship. Your commitment is like, we expect this, this, and this. I sign off on it. I agree to do my part. And then I expect, sir, madam, your signature right under mine. I agree to do this. You agree to do that. And then you got your enforcer over here that's like, yes. Correct. Okay. Like I said, you the driver. They're in the passengers. Despite all that kind of masculine, strong-willed, stubborn energy, they're in there for the ride with you, but they've agreed to it. So in other words, they thrive on it too, or otherwise they wouldn't have agreed to it. You see what I'm saying? So like I said, you two are matching in terms of drives, motivation, and goals. So manifestation, yes. Would you both like to see more emotional expression from each other? Yes. Do you both kind of hold out from that because that's not really the basis of your relationship? Okay? I'm not saying you don't love each other. I can tell that you do. But you both clearly approach this commitment in that I'm not going to allow, neither should you, emotions to dictate the shape and flow of our relationship. Okay, I'm coming from a practical point of view, and I want you to too. Let's make a life out of that. So yeah, would you both like some more emotional expression? You bet. Absolutely. Do you both refrain from it? Yeah. I can tell that you both have a hard time breaking out of your scripts, but you're both terribly responsible, strong-willed, determined people. This is how you saw your relationship, and that's how you two keep it going. So hopefully, excuse me, this doesn't have too much sway. Because you both, and it's very simple. I think you both have a withhold pattern in terms of your feelings. Four of Pentacles can be a very strong withhold pattern. You both have like a very strong tendency to withhold your feelings. Okay, because again, strong-willed, determination, this is how we live life, this is what we agree to. And it's not leaving much space for genuine emotional expression. But you both seem to know this. You both seem to know this. And if you're both okay with that, maybe you can address it and you can find more ways of using expressive emotional language instead of, well, I act. You know, Because you both would like to see more of that in each other. You both have a tendency to refrain the simplest of your emotions. I'm guessing it's, you know what? Dimes to donuts, baby. And I fucking love donuts. Dimes to donuts. Okay. You two may not be the most romantic types. You know? I'm not saying you don't have those feelings. I'm not saying you're the most, I'm not saying that. They're there. It's just, I don't think that was your language when you're two connected the way you did. Okay? Of course there's love here. I just don't think you two are terribly expressive with it. I think you both have a tendency to withhold, you know? That doesn't seem to be the basis for your relationship, and that's fine. If you two are thriving, who gives a fuck? If that's what you two want and agree upon in each other, who gives a fuck? You know? Okay. I like how this guy occasionally, this is funny about your person here, they occasionally drop a page of wands. This is of interest to me. I would like to explore this. But they have a tendency to be reserved with both their feelings as well as their passion, and I believe you two do as well. But again, we've discussed that. Okay, show me, okay, straight away. Show me the lovers, please. Well, this is quite nice. No, I'm serious. Is it the most mind-blowing? No. Is it the most romantic? No. You know, is it practical and straightforward? Yes. And if this is what you want from your connection, then honey, I got news for you. You're getting it. There you go. So long as you are getting, yes, you would both like to see more emotional expression in each other. You both have a tendency to withhold it, but that doesn't mean that you don't show your love in other ways. There's such a huge emphasis here on adhering to the commitment, the rules, the commitment, the rules that will keep us safe, that will keep us going, and that will keep us stable. And that's something you both agreed to. It's not just you, and it's the both of you. You both agreed to this. You know? And if that agreement works for you both, say lovey. Show me the lovers, please. That's you. Show me the lovers, please. Your background's quite interesting. Show me the lovers, please. Judgment. What's going on? Well. Okay, what's going on? Continue to live your truth. Yeah. Continue to be you. What else, please? What else, please, for that lover's energy? Ten of Pentacles. That's no shit. That's my truth, and I'm sticking to it. Gemini's energy says. Gemini, see, this is what happens when you choose commitment. This is what happens when you choose a solid commitment that's not necessarily based in romanticism or hot and heavy passion. No. When you speak your truth, I'm of a certain... I just keep getting this. I keep getting middle-aged. I'm sorry, this is not a young Gemini who's just out of college and you just started dating this really awesome girl 3 weeks ago. No, this is not that. This is life-building stuff. People say, thank you, Christina, all the time for not catering to young people. I know, and I understand you, and that pisses me off, too, because let me tell you something. It's not just 20-year-olds who watch tarot. There's people who are 40, 50, 60, 70, okay? And it pisses me off when I don't see tarot readers reflecting what is clearly time, age brackets. It's here. Time is built into the pentacle. It's baked into the fucking crust. You can't just dismantle it, right? It takes time to get into a 7 of Pentacles, an 8, a 9, and then absolutely a 10. So I know I'm looking at time references built into this particular crust that indicate to me, Christina, we've been together for a minute. Yes, you have. I know. And I see it over here too. And I said, okay, there's foundation. Boom, there it is. Also over here, it's a little fragmented. There's not as much growth. That seems to be on your mind now. It's still coming from a place of love with that King of Cups. But there's a kind of a lack of growth that's been on your mind. Okay, but anyway, back to this. The idea is look, literally your energy here, Gemini says, look, my judgment, boom, there's Gabriel again, number 39, judgment here twice. It is still my judgment of sound mind and of spoken wish and intent that I choose the 10 of Pentacles. This is a no-brainer. Honey, you're giving me an easy day today. I appreciate you. Thank you. A little interesting. You two have a little interesting dynamic. As soon as I pulled that Hierophant, I knew it wasn't you. Your approach to the commitment still stands. So does theirs. But it's absolutely being reflected back on you. So I know there's two people here. I don't know if anything got that now. But no, you're giving me a really straightforward reading today. So I don't know who I'm picking up on, but I appreciate you. But yeah, no, the Lovers, it's like you are here and you say judgment is under my judgment not once but twice. See, look, it's literally reflected on you. This is all about you today, honey. There you are. That's you. That's your power card. Here were your oracles. Judgment, cornucopia, i.e. Ten of Pentacles, Judgment, Ten of Pentacles. My truth stands. I spoketh my truthest. Okay. I spoke because I can speak my truth. I will always choose my commitment. Therefore, it's my foundation. It's my bedrock. I literally don't know how to live without it. That's what your energy's telling me. I want you to be careful with that because it's not true. I know your foundation is important to you. I just don't want you to think your entire personality boils down to your foundation. That's a false premise. But still, for the most part, your perspective from the Gemini I'm looking at today, your foundation will always take priority. It will always take precedence. This is non-negotiable to you. Your energy was telling me you weren't fucking around back here, and you expect the person connected to you to not fuck around either. You expect to choose each other at the end of the day. Okay, you may not have a huge romantic background with this person. You may not have a huge passionate background, and I'm sorry if I'm pissing you off, but that's the Gemini I'm looking at. That's not what this relationship was founded on, and that's fine. So long as two people are on the same damn page, then that's all that matters. Okay? Yes, you would both like to see more in each other in that way, and I think, yes, both of you have a serious pattern of emotional vulnerability difficulty, okay, which would explain to me the concept of your relation behind the both of you. They got fucked around a lot in the past, so did you. And from that kind, I just know. You both likely have come from relationships where you chose love and you got fucked. Not in a good way. Okay. And I'm telling you, I'm seeing like a yours and their story where you both decided, okay, big romantic love or big passionate love or whatever you want to call it should not be the premise for a foundation or a commitment. And you both approached it from that point of view. So yes, I do believe you both struggle to be emotionally vulnerable. You both withhold, okay? And I'm guessing you both have, again, I'm looking at a middle-aged Gemini or older. Okay, and their person. You've both been there. You both bought that particular T-shirt, and it's like maybe approaching commitments and relationships based on heavy love isn't the best idea. I don't, and if that's how you and your person agreed it and approached upon it, then that's between you two. And if it works, and it seems to be working, then there you are. Gemini's like, I live for this fucking Ten of Pentacles. Okay, this is my foundation. I know what's up. There are no surprises in this Ten of Pentacles. Like, I know what's up. See, this is what happens when you make smart decisions. See, that's just you. That's your energy all over. This is what happens when you make smart decisions, eh? Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I got it. I got a King and Queen of Pentacles. I'm kind of tempted to just put those two together since you two are literally mirroring each other's. You mirror each other in terms of goals. In terms of spiritual energy, it's not a knock. It just is. Real tarot reflects real life. You two mirror each other in terms of realistic 3D goals. I don't know that you mirror each other in terms of spirituality and soul bond. I do see a Six of Cups, but we'll see. Show me that King and Queen of Pentacles. Again, it's not a knock. I'm just looking at two very realistic people who entered a union under very realistic standards. And you both agreed on those chores on that list that has been magnetized to the fridge. And you're like, as long as I don't deviate and you don't deviate, we got it. We got this shit. We nailed this shit. Right? I got you. I'm going to go ahead and separate them because there clearly is a you and a them. Heavy earth energy here. Very heavy. You might have some water in your chart. And Gemini's like, I choose the commitment. See? I choose the foundation. No brainer. It's a no brainer. No brainer. Christina. Queen of Pentacles, please. Show me that Queen of Pentacles, please. Who is who in here? I could not say. You're going to have to figure that out for yourself. Show me that. I kind of got an idea of them, and I kind of got an idea of you, but still. Show me that Queen of Pentacles, please. Three Cups. Connecting more to the heart space when you feel comfortable. Okay? When your energy feels like it's squared away and it's comfortable and it's cared for and it's nurtured, you're more capable of connecting the dots in your heart space with the Three Cups. So your comfort really is paramount to you. In terms of, I know what to expect in this connection, in this commitment, in this relationship. And when I can do that, when I can relax, when my energy feels safe and secure, that's when I can connect with my emotions. Okay, I got you. It's Three Cups, but that's fine. You know, that's fine. I'd rather see that for you than not. Again, it's like when I'm comfortable, I'm happy. I'm relaxed. That's when I can connect to you better, is when I feel the most secure. So again, the security here between the two of you is paramount. Okay. That's when I can relax with you. That's when I can have a drink. That's when I can let my hair down, is when I know I'm secure and I'm comfortable and I'm taken care of, and I take care of you in the same way. Okay, there you are again. So this is you. Okay, that's you, your power card. You're just all over this today, ain't you? The Lovers and the Four Cups. Okay, there it is now. There's the emotional version of that Four of Pentacles. You still struggle, and I'm guessing your person does too, to really authenticate their feelings. It's not that you don't have them. I can't say that enough, Gemini. I just think you and your person both have a tendency to withhold your emotional vulnerability. Looking at your person in that special way, touching them in that special way, and communicating feelings instead of saying I think or I believe, which is probably a heavy premise of conversation between you two. You might start off with I feel. It's very simple language psychology that if you can get out of the I think sentences and I believe sentences and into I feel, things can flow for you. It's the simplest thing that you can do. Because I can tell that you are still here's you again, baby. So we know that Queen of Pentacles is you, Sex Irrelevant Tarot. You're still matching each other in terms of life goal distribution. Okay. So when I know, I'm looking at a Gemini, that when you are secure, you can connect to your heart space better. You still struggle, though, with letting your feelings out to play. So I'm guessing you're more of a silent Gemini. That when you are relaxed, everyone can tell you're relaxed. You just don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, Gemini seems a lot more chill. They're comfortable today. They're feeling good today. They had a job well done today. They're feeling secure today. So you kind of relax. You let your hair down. Your energy comes down. It softens a little bit. But you still have a hard time accessing your emotions freely. Four of Cups. There's still times when you can feel that you could wish you could save more and also receive more. So the Four of Cups also has that representation of receiving. You wish you could do a better job of speaking freely to your emotions. It's really hard for you to be vulnerable, isn't it? It's hard for you to be vulnerable, isn't it? Emotional vulnerability. I think people can tell when you're relaxed and you're chill. But you're not necessarily going on and on and on about rainbows, butterflies, and unicorns. You know what I'm saying? You have a hard time putting your Four of Cups out and saying, sometimes I'm disappointed. Sometimes I'm sad. And I can't always say why. And a big part of that is the receiving end. I wish I could receive more of that love energy from you. It's hard for you to put it out there, and it's hard for you to receive it. Right? Because you met somebody who's a lot like you. They struggle with, I can tell you right now, you two, I don't know that you mirror each other spiritually, but you mirror each other in the 3D world in terms of goals and acquisition and comfort. So I know that they do too. You both manifest the same thing. I wish we could have more emotional vulnerability, more emotional expression, those soft touches, those soft looks, the I feel statements. You struggle with it. You're not happy with what you receive from them. They may not be happy with what they receive from you on that emotional level, but you two are still strongly committed to the cause. Okay, as far as I can tell. So I can tell that when you're at your most comfortable self, you are your most vulnerable self. But you still kind of wish you could express more, and you wish that you could receive more too. Okay. You know, you two are very, very similar. You're very, very similar. I don't think this person's big on feeling expression, and I don't think you are either. But again, that wasn't, again, I have to remind you, was not the basis for this Gemini's relationship. You both chose that. But so long as your goals are being met with each other, you have to figure out how big of a deal that is for you or not. I know it gets you down sometimes. Sometimes you feel disappointed in love, you know, because it's like, but then you kind of remind yourself, you snap to, boom, right here. Gemini's like, oh, fuck that. Remember, foundation. Stability above all things. I'm looking for a life partner here. I have someone to come home to. We have these rules. And when all else fails, fuck how I feel. Fuck how I feel. This is what I'm in this for. This is the name of the game. Stability, long-term game commitment. Something I know I can rely upon. So while my feelings for this situation aren't always great, and sometimes I am disappointed by the love expression from myself and from them, that's not the premise of our relationship, and I know that. Not once, but twice. Okay? Is it the biggest love story, the greatest love story? Perhaps not. But is it the life that you want and chose? And they too? So far, yes. Okay? Again, there's not a total absence of love. I'm talking about the love language between you two. You both have a hard time opening up in that space. Okay? Show me that King of Pentacles, please. Show me that King of Pentacles, please. Show me that King of Pentacles. Right. Ace of Wands. Okay. Oh, well, it's nice to see he picked up from a page. Okay. Okay, that's nice. What's he interested in? What's he going on about? What's going on? Nice to see that he went from this kind of stodgy, I'm a no frills kind of guy. No frills. I'm serious as the day is long. Dead serious. Sometimes I have a page once, you know. I like to paint. I listen to music. But I'm a no-frills kind of guy. Don't worry about it. I like my button-downs. This is how I like a sandwich. And I've always liked my sandwich that way, you know. I've always liked my BLT with the crust cut off. You know, it's like, this is the guy who's like, things for this guy do not change. Like, he's predictable as the day is long. You know, but his Ace of Wands is picked up. So it's nice to see he went from a page to an ace. What's going on here? I'm not trying to be mean. It's just like his energy is like, I am responsible and I am no frills. We don't do that around here. No, we don't do that. If that's what you say, you got it. I'll enforce it. No problem. You say we're doing this on a Tuesday? I agree. Yes, we are. It's kind of like that. Stubborn, though. Stubborn. Strong-willed. Probably acts a lot older than this person actually is. But yeah, what about the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands? What's going on? Show me. Temperance. Interesting. Huh. Huh. Why is he showing me healing? Sagittarian energy. They might have some Sag in their chart. They're coming across heavily as earth-oriented, but we also have Sag and Aries here. Why are they showing me a healing towards the Ace of Wands? Why are they showing me that? 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 Temperance to the Ace of Wands, why? They obviously don't let themselves run wild with passion. I see that. I don't just mean passion as sex. I mean as in the drive to live life and have big experiences, you know, to get near the fire, to be inspired. The flame is inspiring, yeah? There's something about that, the temperance, it's like they don't allow that energy. Well, shit. I thought I was going to see expansion of their interests, but they're like, nah, I can temper that. This really is a no-frills kind of guy. Gal. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be sexist, but it's really coming across heavily as masculine energy. This is a no-frills kind of guy. Temperance, Ace of Wands. I could take that Page of Wands, make it bigger. Ace of Wands, pursue stuff that turns me on. New inspiration, light of pathway. Temperance. Temperance. That can wait. I can wait. I can wait. I don't think either one of you breaks out the script too much, do you? Why am I saying this? I mean, it's sweet, and it's very comparatively different. I think, okay. I see them talking themselves out of it too. So the way that when you finally relax, because you're in your stride, you're in your comfort zone, when you feel secure, especially when your energy kind of takes relief, that I chose the right thing or I chose the right person, because look at all I have to work with. Look at my 10 of Pentacles. It's founded as fuck, right? And it's non-negotiable. You're very proud of the fact that your roots run deep with this person. You're very proud of the fact of all the time and experience you have managed to accumulate with this person. It puts you in a very strong, it's like you're constantly reinforcing your decision. I made the best decision. It's not the most romantic, and I would like to be more emotionally vulnerable. I'd like it if they gave me more of that emotional expression too, but I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I can live with what I got. I'm at peace with that decision, right? They're telling me it's something similar. Again, it's, well, I can kind of, sometimes I have big feelings with the Ace of Wands, but I can kind of also talk myself out of them. Temperance. You know, just give it time. That thing will mellow out. That feeling will mellow out. It'll pass. It'll pass. I don't know why it's strong. It sucks because the Ace of Wands is such beautiful energy. I was hoping to see the. I don't know, but if that's what I don't know why they temper their feeling too. Sometimes your person has big spike of new interest and feelings, and then they kind of temper themselves out of it. Patience. It's like, I can temper that. You know, it's a very strong, passionate feeling. I'm not comfortable with it. Remember back here, all they would admit was a Page of Wands. I'm not always comfortable with those big, strong, fiery feelings, so I talk myself out of it, or I just let time do the job for me, or I just let, it slide by. So they're not terribly comfortable with big feelings. They're very much in control and in command of themselves. They're like, I understand what my job and responsibilities are. Thank you very much. And while I occasionally have spikes of heat, I let it pass. Damn. Okay. And I think that's one of the things that disappoints you. I think sometimes you would like to see this person's heat. I think you would like to see this person's more emotional depths. But you don't really receive it, and then you kind of turn around and remind yourself, but that's not the premise of our relationship, so don't worry about it, Gemini. When all else fails, remember the foundation. Okay? Something like that. So, again, you both want to see more. You want to experience more. I don't know why they tend to turn down their Ace of Wands. Because I can tell that you would like to see more from them in terms of their emotion, in terms of their fire, but they tend to turn it down when they feel it. And it's funny because I think they want to see more from you too, but you don't. Don't get me wrong, this time your energy relaxes and then it starts to engage with them more in that way. But it's kind of like they dial back their own energy to meet you more where you are. And then I guess you kind of do the same because you're like, well, I guess you're not very interested in big feelings either. So I'm not going to express myself. You two might be doing that. You might be playing off each other in that way. It's ironic because you both want to see more in each other. But you're not terribly expressive. So it's like, well, I'm not going to be either. Particularly where that passion is concerned. I don't know, man. But, again, you seem to know your truth. I don't know why I'm picking up on this. This is so specific. This is so specific. I haven't had... Oh my, this is so specific. There you go. I think what you're experiencing is normal. I think everyone goes through it at some point in their relationship, where sometimes the foundation feels a little fragmented and you wonder if it's going to come back in one cohesive piece like it used to be. But there's still love here regardless. And there's still love here regardless of how little you two express it. I know you two want to see more of it in each other. I think they want to see more of the passion, but they don't, so they turn it down. You want to see more of the feeling. You don't feel like you get it, so sometimes you don't express it either. But again, you two are so very much alike, at least in terms of adherence to the goal, that I can't say I'm surprised either. And you kind of turn around and you remind yourself, what, this is the decision I made. What gives me comfort at the end of the day is to know that I'm so founded with this person and secure. And that's all that matters, you know. Commitment first, the foundation first. Feelings were always meant to come second. Something like that. I'm not saying that's the absolute truth, but it's what two people have roughly agreed upon, whether they've said it or not. So, show me that Ace of Sword, please. Show me that. Okay, which one? Show me the Ace of Sword, please, for Gemini in the future. I'm about to have me a little protein shake. Show me the Ace of Sword, please. Show me the Ace of Sword, please. Show me the Ace of Sword, please. Okay. Ace of Cups. Interesting. What's going on here? I got two aces for you. What's going on? No. Eight of Cups. Sometimes you can't feel your feelings, and that's the truth of it. Ace of Swords. That's your solid truth. You seem to be aware of it in the future. Okay. So here is a stronger acknowledgement for you in future. Okay, so this is a little bit more important to you than I think your energy was willing. I don't know about admit. I don't know about admit. But I think this... Look, I know what the success now of a commitment is, and it's two people agreeing upon the same rules and always putting the foundation or the marriage first, right? Let's leave feelings out of it. We've both been fucked over by that formula before. All right? I know this is what happened between the two of you. Just even if it wasn't said, I'm looking at two people who desired stability above all else. That emotions and passions should not dictate the equation of the foundation of a relationship, right? And two people roughly agreed to that. You both have been hinting at it towards me this whole time. I would like to see more emotions and passions from this person. But you know what? That's not what this is about. That's not what this is about. That's Christina. That's not what this is about. I believe you. I believe the both of you. You're right. That's not what this connection, relationship, and or commitment was about. You both agreed onto something solid. You agreed on each other. You chose each other on the idea of a lasting connection that's stable, predictable, and you can both rely upon it. And feelings are subject to change. Yes, they are, but you didn't think about the reverse of it, did you? Feelings are subject to change. It works no matter how you approach it. If you approach a relationship with big feelings, big passion, feelings are subject to change. 10 years down the road, 15 years down the road, 20 years down the road. If you chose a connection, commitment, or relationship based on stability, structure, and always being on each other's team first and foremost so you can rely on each other and leave feelings out of it, feelings can still change. You both want to see more feeling in each other, not less. It's proof that you both desire to feel more. Why? Because you two are solid. You're grounded. You have made that a critical point not once but twice. So have they in their own way. And now that you two are solid and founded, you both want to experience more feeling. Your feelings have changed on the subject of feelings. You would like to see more feeling in each other. And now that you two are so safely founded, there's no reason why you can't explore those feelings with each other. If you two will and truly are that safe and secure, then one or the other person should have no problem saying, I would like to experience more feeling between us. And stop acting like our feelings don't count, because they do. Stop acting like our passion doesn't count, because it does. Yes, there's times you are disappointed in the love element, and then you snap back and remind yourself, but it's not about that, Gemini. Yeah. Sometimes you can get in touch with your feelings and it's almost like a sigh. Like, well, I'm kind of disappointed about how the love portion turned out, but that's not what this is about. We're secure. We're solid, and I know who I'm coming home to. Someone who does your bidding, too. I'm sorry. That's how it's... I'm sorry. You got an enforcer here, man. You got an enforcer here. This is somebody who's like, I do not dispute what you say. This is what we're doing. No problem. You got it for it. So the feelings thing, okay, and when you check back in with yourself about how they feel more absent than they were, yes, okay, yeah, because your feelings have changed. You want to feel more of them, not less of them. There is no perfect solution, honey. And I really wish people would understand that. There's no such thing as a perfect safety net. Everybody thinks they have the idea of what a perfect, safe relationship is after they've been through enough shitty ones. Well, I've been through this, and this is how I know absolutely I can keep myself safe, because I desire commitment, but I don't want feelings to dictate it, because I've been through that. Yeah. There is no perfect equation for long-term happiness. I know that you two have done a hell of a job safeguarding your interests, your goals, and your desires, first with yourselves and then with each other. You backed it up every time something felt like it was failing or coming apart or unraveling. You two stuck to the goal, you stuck to the plan, you stuck to the notes on the fridge, right? But that didn't mean your feelings weren't subject to change. When you do check in with yourself and when you are being honest with yourself, sometimes your cups feel more empty than you care for. Turns out, yeah, you would like to see more love in this connection because it's already here. You've already given a great deal of yourself to it, energetically speaking. And 3D. You've reminded yourself of the core principles multiple times. Despite what you sometimes don't feel, sometimes despite what they don't express to you. You two both have a hard time opening up. And you have come to learn, more so strongly than the truth, the Ace of Swords, that your Ace of Cups often feels empty. 8 of Cups. Okay? You are losing, or what feels like you're losing a lot more feeling for this than you understood that you had, and that perhaps you're more disappointed in love energy than you understood you were. So again, there's no such thing as a perfect equation for guaranteed outcomes. We can still be disappointed with what we absolutely convinced ourselves was absolutely the truth, the perfect formula for the perfect connection. Don't make feelings, love, the main show. Don't make it the main gig. Stability is the main gig. Comfort in knowing our person is there is the main gig. Establishing a life with somebody is the main gig, not feelings, not passion. It turns out you're kind of disappointed with that decision in the future. You wish there was more love. Okay. Now how far that disappointment runs, how severe it is to you, I don't know, but you two seem to accept it as truth with the Ace of Swords. Here's your decision, not once but twice. Literally they caddy each other. And then there's your knowledge of truth hitting you kind of hard in the future. Okay. And that is most likely then my guess what is causing the tension in the relationship. 5 of Wands to the 6 of Cups. Okay, let's do it. Let's see it. Show me. Show me. Show me that 5 of Wands, please, to the 6 of Cups. Show me that 5 of Wands, please. Show me that 5 of Wands, please. It's causing tension. It's causing tension. 5 of Wands to the 6 of Cups, please. Show me. The 7 of Swords. Too many unspoken things regarding the feelings. That's a big problem right there, because you two got locked into this habit of not being emotionally vulnerable to each other. Just because you decided, honey, you and your person, they're here too. Just because you both decided not to make big love or big passion the premise of your relationship didn't mean that excused you from not speaking some sort of emotional value in this. Just because you decided to not make that the main point, the main trophy of your relationship is your big love, did not excuse either one of you from not connecting in that way, being emotionally vulnerable, being emotionally expressive. You put the commitment first, by all means. Put your foundation first, by all means. But that was not an excuse for either one of you to avoid your feelings. You are still human beings, the both of you. You still could have cultivated your feelings. That didn't mean they had to be the dominant feature of the relationship, but you still had a responsibility towards each other as human beings to acknowledge each other's feelings and experiences. And not just like, well, I'm going to turn down the dial. It's too embarrassing, or I don't know how to be vulnerable like that, or, you know what I mean? You still had a responsibility as a human for yourself and as your person to acknowledge your feelings to some extent, to show love when it needed to be shown, to express it when it needed to be expressed. And you, as Seven of Swords, you still struggle to talk about it right here, about that love energy with your person, because your cup is coming back hollow over here, and you know it. You know this as a truth, but you having a hard time expressing that truth to your person. That truth that you were so loud and proud about back here, I know what's up. I know what constitutes a healthy relationship. Don't argue with me, bitch. So that same unabashed, this is how we live and die energy over here, you're suddenly very quiet on in the future. And it has to do with that big feature, and that's the emotions. And that's because you two got locked into this habit. I see it right here. They turned down their passion intensity too, towards you, of not expressing your real feelings. That has become a consequence to this relationship because there was no perfect structure ever, honey. Again, just because you chose commitment first and foundation first, and they did too, did not mean you, either one of you, were excused from expressing your real feelings towards each other. You still had that obligation to build those cups. You know? And now you're telling me Seven of Swords, Five of Wands. Christina, I'm not comfortable talking with my person at all about the fight in my feelings and the absence of them. I'm not comfortable talking about it. Well, of course you're fucking not. You two got into a habit of not talking about your feelings. You're struggling to open up about the tension. The stars, the hopes, the wish, the wants, the desires. What about it? You wish you could, but you wish it was easier. Oh, you wish it was easier to talk about your feelings to your person. Specifically, how sometimes your heart feels empty for this situation. But you don't have the nerve. Strength to the Ten of Swords. You feel like you don't have the nerve. You wish you could openly discuss your feelings and why sometimes you feel aggressive, absent, emotionally absent specifically in your heart space when it comes to this person, and you don't know how to lower your guard. Again, you two have a very hard time with vulnerability. Very hard time opening up and talking about the truth of your feelings. In this respect, it's advantageous to be a Scorpio, I have to tell you. It's like, I'm pissed off. Let me tell you why. That's how I experience emotions. This is what I'm feeling right now. Let me explain to you. That's me, though. It's not you. And being able to say, I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm angry, I'm pissed off, these are all markers of vulnerability. You're able to speak to how you feel, and many of you just don't feel like you have the strength to do it. You have a truth in you. Back here, I'm looking at a loud and proud Gemini. I know my truth, bitch. I know it. And I act accordingly. But now you're faced, ironically, or perhaps not, with a different truth. One that comes from a place of feelings. And because it comes from there, it's the one that you feel least equipped to talk about with your person. You could talk about drives, goals, motivations, do this, do that, we're doing this, we're doing that, this is where we're going, and you've had a quiet enforcer surrounding your energy this whole time that said yes, yes, yes. But when it comes to the heart of your feelings, in the literal sense, it's what you wish you could talk about and struggle with the most. You just don't feel like you have the strength in you, Ten of Swords, strength to talk about your real feelings here in this relationship, and you wish you could. What you experience, why. I don't know where this pressure is coming from, but it does feel kind of like pressure. It might be that you and your person, there might be a confrontation here about feelings. How do you really feel about us? I don't know. Show me this Queen of Cups, please. You struggle with it. How far that struggle goes, I don't know, but sometimes you feel like you just don't have the strength to discuss feelings, long-term feelings, what they mean, why. It's something that you block and experience active frustration with. So who's coming for, and I do believe it's you. The Ace of Swords most likely is you. Internally, you understand your cup is kind of empty here. But yes, it could be the person surrounding you. Someone is coming forward. Okay. Six of Pentacles for now. You're both agreeing to keep a balance. Show me this Queen of Cups, please. Yeah, it's feelings here. But I tell you what. You two struggle. And it turns out the feelings were more important to you than you understood. Rather specifically what it is you don't feel. I think it surprises even you, especially given your steadfastness, that you know what commitment's about, you know what a real relationship's about, a real relationship, a real solid one, you know what it's about, and it's not about feelings, right? And like I said, that's perfectly fine between two people, so long as it is decided upon between two people. And your energies went that way, even if you didn't verbally agree to it. That's how it played out, okay? And again, you both thrived on it for a while, yes? You both know particularly your sense of love when you feel the most comfortable, okay? In terms of your care and stability. That's when you two's energies relax the most. But now there is a feeling of friendship, and the biggest part of our feelings, the Queen of Cups. This is somebody's truth and feelings. I don't know if it's you or them. But I feel more correctly about you now that perhaps we're more like friends, you know. I saw a hint of it back here, but as I saw it related to the foundation, there's still a cooperation to fix this, to repair this. It stresses you out sometimes. The foundation's not where you want it, but part of that foundation is the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so at some point you went from a 10 to kind of a broken up 3 and 7. It's still there. There's still a cooperation of spirit, but somewhere in this mix of experiencing the foundation and / the security differently, you started to become more aware of your feelings. Like I said, when you two are comfortable, your energies relax. So what happens then when they're not comfortable? The feelings start to shift more into a sense of cooperation and friendship of spirit. Okay, and here's a stronger recognition of it in the truth. The Queen of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, it is feeling more like this is a cooperation of friendship, okay, as opposed to, well, let's say a big love union, okay? But you two already knew that. You already knew that, the both of you. You chose not to make love the big feature of this connection, of this relationship, and it shows, it reflects. I'm not saying it was headed for disaster. On the contrary, I didn't say it was headed for ending. Never. Two people can clearly thrive under the same goal. But the point is, your feelings about the feeling thing started to change. You started to realize, well, sometimes your heart is absent. And you wish you had the strength to talk about it, but you feel like you cannot. Okay. Excuse me, I'm very congested. Okay. Excuse me. Show me. There's that split again. That's so terribly fascinating. King, Queen of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles twice. In matching succession. That is fascinating. The only difference, the Ace of Wands is here. There is a friendly cooperation of spirit still between you two. Okay? The foundation that was so imperative to you both is no longer solid. And there is an admission here that the passion is cooperative but does not grow. The passion and love for this connection is cooperative, but it does not grow. It's an admission here. of somebody's feelings. I see you struggling with yours. Literally, Ten of Swords with strength. You don't have it in you to really talk about this. Even though it's very apparent to you at some point that your cup is empty for this situation. You're not walking away from it. You're not rejecting it, but you're also not speaking up about it. And then, under your future orientation, there's an admission here that yes, there's love, but it's friendly love. The same is true for the Ace of Wands energy, the passion. It's friendly, it's cooperative, but there's no growth. Seven of Pentacles, it stops here. So who is saying that? Who is declaring that? I don't know. But yeah, there isn't, but I don't see it ending either. I believe you two are still fundamentally agreeing to the same gig. But somebody here has a stronger admission of what the energy's like. How I experience you, I'm still in this with you. But my love for you is coming from a place of friendship and companionship. And my passion for you is the same. Friendship. Okay. So here we have a stronger admission to the reality of the thing. We're still showing a split in that the Four Cups, that's most likely you. You are still showing me disappointment in love. In other words, you're still continuing to choose this, even though you're still not pleased with the aspects of the emotions and how they're playing out. Okay? And that's a choice. That's a choice, Gemini. It's a choice for you and your person to continue to choose this. And if you both have that mindset of I'm determined to follow through on what we decided years ago, then you will continue to receive based on that decision. Real tarot reflects real life, and that's some real shit. If you're both telling me that you're unhappy with the love and passion aspects, but you continue to choose what you've built and founded, then that is a choice. You've shown it to me multiple times that that was the imperative point, and you're still telling me in future that that's still the primary point. But there is a stronger admission here that I am disappointed with the love energy, and I have been for a long time. What I feel for you is more friendship, cooperation for out of the respect of what we've built. I'm unhappy with it, but we're going to continue to proceed in it. So you're still choosing, and so are they. It takes two. It takes two to choose this. Let me know if you're done with Capricorn. You might have some Capricorn in your chart. But it takes two. It has, it's not the most thrilling adventure. No. And how you two started are pretty much how you're ending. It's just with a better understanding that, you know what, love actually did come into play into this. And, it actually did. Maybe we are better suited as friends, but we have such a long history together. Let's keep choosing it. And that has been here since the very beginning. The biggest struggle you experience is really coming to terms with the frustration you feel specifically about this relationship. And you don't always feel comfortable with expressing your feelings. Why should you be? That's what you two set yourselves up for. I agree that if this was your agreement, feelings should not be the primary show in a relationship, but that doesn't mean they should have been dismissed or discounted altogether. You two as human beings were naturally going to feel things. Birthdays still count. Christmas still counts. Valentine's Day, if you're into that, that still counts. The little looks, the little measures, and that's why I'm a big proponent of little things, honey. It's all about little things, because at the end of the day, I promise you, when there's a big thing, you weigh that shit up against all the little things, all those little things will always outweigh the big thing. The little things add up, and they bear a lot of weight. All those things that you two don't really express in terms of the emotional love language, every day, on the daily, adds up substantially. And you two have done a hell of a job saying, you know what, commitment first, foundation first. That's who we are. That's what we're about. That's where our safety comes from. That's where our security comes from. Yes. If that's what you two agreed upon, then you both played your parts. But what you were both too dismissive of were the feelings, each other's, and what you experienced within yourself, the both of you. But no, even though the Eight of Cups is here, it's literally over your heart space with the Ace of Cups. In other words, you're emotionally absent from this. You don't feel much feeling for it, and that's the very thing you struggle to express. You don't have it in you, you say. But over here, lo and behold, there is a concession of more or less how you opened up with what you could not speak of before. I believe there is a gentle acceptance in you to continue on as things are. Yes. But it's with a stronger appreciation for the reality. I'm disappointed by how our love chalked up over time. But that was to be expected. This is how we started. This is how we're going to finish. As friends who can cooperate. And that's the Gemini I'm speaking to today. Yes, there's still disappointment here about the love. And yeah, the passion's not in place. But there is a respect and love for the friendship between the two of you. Accepting then this connection for what it is and not for what it isn't. Okay. Yeah, I know, it's not the most mind-blowing thing. But like I said, real tarot reflects real life, and just because it says Gemini in the title doesn't mean it's for you. It either is or it isn't. This is either yours or it's not. And if it is, put it in the comments, you know? But yeah. Oh, dear God, I'm so sorry. I had no idea I was going on in that. Oh, for God's sake. I honestly, Gemini, I thought this was 40 minutes. I thought it was 40 minutes. I was so engrossed into your reading. I'm so sorry. I mean, I'm hashtag terror movie, but that's ridiculous. Okay. I'll tune into you a couple weeks and see if we can pick up on something exciting. And Cancer, let me know if you're dealing with Cancer. We also have Libra here, big star. This is more that star energy. Wishes, hopes, wants, desires, and having a hard time getting in touch with them. Cancer, the crab. Taurus, the bull. Arrow, Sag, grapes. There's that sense of continuity, reaping what we sow, the benefits, the Ten of Pentacles, the cornucopia. Okay, so it's not that you two have clearly built up quite a life together that is comfortable and is fruitful. Okay, and you have to keep that in mind. That's how you started. And that also seems to be how you're finishing, but with the actual real understanding of the connection on the emotional level and accepting it for what it is. The zombie energy, feeling like it's the same thing day in, day out. Okay, nothing ever changes, nothing is inspiring. And then we have that same sort of energy here with the rocking horse, except it's more representative of that Nine of Swords energy, the thing that stresses you out. Which again, I think the finances for you aren't where they used to be. I got that very, very heavily. But here I see for the first time that division that you also end with. It's the stress of understanding the connection. Seeing it now more correctly for what it is, it stresses you out now, and then accepting it for what it is more so in the future. DPQ. Gemini, that's you. Scorpio, Seashell, Cancer, Tiara, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, again, and then also that that expectation of being taken care of, my needs first. That royalty energy, you know, I am the Empress, I expect to be taken care of. I don't know which way that's coming from, but there it is. There you go. S, F. Okay, that's enough. I'm sorry, let me know if you're connected to Capricorn. There's stuff, or you have Cappy in your chart. It keeps coming up. Okay, Gemini, put in the comments as you see fit. I hope this was helpful to you. It was very realistic tarot today. It wasn't anything sexy, new, fun, or exciting, but we'll check on you in a couple weeks, see what's going on for you then, okay? Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.